Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive. Today we're tackling something that I bet a lot of you are thinking about: how to give our kids the skills they'll need to really make it in the future. Believe me, this goes way beyond the usual classroom stuff. We're talking about the American Speech and Debate Association.
ASDA.
ASDA, that's right.
Yep.
And I know what some of you might be thinking: debate. But stick with us here, because ASDA is about so much more than just winning arguments. Like a training ground for life, where young people learn to really say what they think and think critically, and how to have a good conversation, even when people don't agree. So ASDA focuses on speech and debate tournaments for high schoolers, right?
Yeah, 12 to 18.
And it's open to homeschoolers, private school, public school.
Anyone who wants to join.
Anyone who wants to join. They've got clubs all over the place, even online.
It's for everyone.
But I gotta say, the word debate can sound a little scary, especially if you've never done it yourself.
Sure, I can understand that.
So break it down for us.
Okay, well,
What's it really all about?
it's really just a formal way of communicating,
Folks.
learning to structure your arguments, present evidence, and figure out what the other side might say. Really useful skills no matter what you're talking about,
Makes sense.
whether it's around the dinner table in a business meeting or just chatting with friends.
Okay. But I'm thinking about my kid who, let's just say, isn't the most comfortable speaking up in class. How would ASDA help a kid like that find their voice?
That's a great question, and it's something ASDA does really well. They create this supportive and structured environment where kids can slowly build their confidence. They start with small group activities, then work up to practice rounds.
So it's not like throwing them in the deep end and saying swim.
And what's really amazing is that even if a kid never actually competes on a debate stage, the skills they learn can help them in so many ways.
Like how?
Backing up what you say with evidence and disagreeing respectfully.
Right.
Those are super valuable life skills.
I can see why you're so passionate about this. Get into the debate part a little more. What does a typical debate actually look like? Is it like those crazy courtroom scenes in the movies?
Not quite. There's definitely strategy and persuasion involved, but ASDA debates are more about thoughtful discussion and reasoned argumentation. They have different formats, but the main ideas are the same. You've got two sides, affirmative and negative.
So one for and one against a topic.
Each presenting arguments either for or against a specific statement or resolution.
And they try to convince the judges that their side is right.
They learn to research, analyze information, and build a strong case.
So it's not about who can shout the loudest. They have to actually think critically and back up what they say. I mean, imagine your kid being able to take apart a politician's speech, spotting the weak arguments and the hidden biases.
That's the kind of critical thinking ASDA helps to develop. It's not just about debate,
Yeah.
it's about life.
But you mentioned different debate formats.
I did.
What are some of those?
Well, let's start with one that might surprise some parents: interpretation speeches. Instead of coming up with their own arguments,
Yeah.
students perform published works.
Like acting.
Yeah, exactly.
My kid would love that. He's a total drama kid.
Well, and it might seem different from a regular debate, but it builds these crucial skills like analyzing a text,
Okay.
understanding what makes a character tick, and how to really connect with an audience.
So it's still about communication and presentation, even if it's not a head-to-head debate. What else is there?
Well, you have the more classic types of debate, like Lincoln Douglas, which is a one-on-one format
Okay.
focused on philosophical and ethical questions.
I can see that appealing to kids who like to think about the big questions,
Absolutely.
the meaning of life and all that.
It encourages deep thinking and making nuanced arguments.
Okay, cool.
Then you have team policy debate, where teams work together
So
to debate current events and policy issues.
that's where they get into real-world problems.
Absolutely.
But I gotta say, I still have this one concern. We live in a world where everything feels so competitive. It seems like winning is all that matters.
Sure.
So how does ASDA make sure it's not just about crushing the competition?
That's a valid concern. Their goal isn't just about winning tournaments. It's about getting kids excited about learning, developing critical thinking skills, and preparing young people to be engaged and ethical citizens.
Whether you check out ASDA or just try to bring these principles into your everyday life.
You're giving your child a gift.
A gift that will last a lifetime. And remember, a little healthy debate never hurt anyone.